Now, we want to talk about Syrian and the Syrian problem concerning United States and Turkey. Now, United States has declared that they are going to withdraw from Syria and a considerable amount of soldiers. But Bolton later on said, yeah, we are not going to leave Syria till the moment we are protecting the rights of the PKK and YPG, although he refers as the Kurds. Now, coming to this point, Turkey and Bolton was here 2 weeks ago, but we have seen that there is no mutual agreement between the United States and Turkey about this. Now, Turkey is very much in favor of field power where the United States is going to live. And Turkey has the capability and ability to do that in terms of militarily. However, when it comes to the rights of the Bolton refers as Kurds, but we refer as YPG and PKK terrorists, Turkey and the United States are departed. And now this is a serious problem between Turkey and United States. Now, what will happen and what might happen? Now, United States said that they are going to leave it, and we also believe that President Trump desires to leave the region. But of course, there will be some amount of military resources where they are going to be stationed to monitor the developments within the region. This is understandable, but there will be no forces to fight. Now, this is the position Turkey is going to force to fill the power that's going to be left alone. Unless Turkey does this, it will be either Assad government and Iran influences will be starting to fill this power. And that Turkey cannot stand alone and watch it, and that's why we think that there is a great risk like clashing or these forces in the Syria because of the United States withdrawal, and that might be the case, but Turkey will and has to, because of the security concerns, is going to fill this place. Now, can Turkey stay, or should Turkey stay along the road for this? Most likely not. Since 60s, or since the first days of the Republic in 1923, but especially since after the Second World War, Turkey's security ideology is preventing the threats beyond its own borders. Meaning that if Turkey now having some kind of threats due to the ISIS and YPG and PKK organizations, they are going to push them much more deeper inside South Syria. And for that, Turkey is going to push them, and they are going to enter more depth in 30 kilometers. Most likely it will be some 70 or 80 kilometers that we might start seeing either in 2019 after the municipality elections by 31st of March. We are hoping that we will see this by April, starting by April, but Turkey is going to start a military action within the northern Syria. Now, this, according to our projection, that is not going to only stay within some 20 or 30 kilometers depth to create I would say a secure buffer zone, but they are going to we are going to, let's say, create this like more depth into 70 or 80 kilometers starting from now on. And that's why there is a great risk of collision between Turkish forces and Syrian and or Iranian proxies or forces, let's say. So, but Turkey is not going to stop this. Turkey is going to, Turkey feels that they are very much threatened by this risk, and they are going to push it for into much more deeper area. The major, but above all military risk, there is also economical risk, because Turkey is now facing with economic problems, and this is a great problem. and we need cash, but we don't have cash. We need some resources, but we are not now receiving these resources from the investors, meaning that Turkey is forced to make some kind of structural reforms, but our existing government hesitates to do so. So once it's not going to be done, the real problem is not in the short term, but in the long term, how we will remain in the area. So the risk for that economic indicator belongs to the government, and that's going to also create a major risk for our military success in the region. So Turkish government should start, but it's very question mark. But our projections also indicate that there will be either IMF or World Bank or something like that, or at least Turkish own economic program to start with in 2019 for some structural reforms. But unless there will be a great development in economy, Turkish military in long term cannot be successful in northern Syria.